moment to answer the question. If I could change anything about the world, what would it be? This is a very difficult question because there's so
many things in the
with
world.
this But
like rapists and crime and like human trafficking. I'd also like.
But I feel like the most like fundamental thing that could help a lot. If the golden rule was more, if everybody was like literally golden ruling everything, that would be great, because golden ruling means you do to the other person what you would like them to do to you. So I feel like that would kind of solve a lot of things. Like, that's what I mean, like if we had like that, if everyone at heart, like if it was like the human condition to always golden rule things all the time. Because really no one would like hurt somebody because you don't want to be hurt. No one is going to rape anyone because you wouldn't want that done to you. No one is going to terrorize anyone. You know what I mean? The corrupt people who are taking food from other people, they wouldn't do that because they wouldn't want that done to them. Yes. So if I could change anything about the world, I would make it the human condition to always okay. Do you believe in magic?
Do you believe in magic? I do. I do believe in magic. I think though magic might not be what we know it to be.
Okay. Yes. You need to break this down for me because I was about to ask. Like, what do we mean by magic?
Yeah, I just think we think magic is like sparks flying, me taking this cup to like.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I think that's what we think magic is, and I think magic is like more of like energy and like things just working together because of some supernatural guidance.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I think magic is. I think magic is like supernatural power. That's what I think magic is. So that's why I'm saying magic exists.
This is a very hard one for me. I feel you. I hear you.
You are a scientist at heart, so I know.
I hear you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Magic.
Does it make sense though? Because it makes sense in my head, and I don't.
I understand what you're saying. Okay. I understand like the kind of magic you're referring to, right?
Yeah.
You know how there's like dark magic, something that people call dark magic, right? You kind of have to step in, like go into like a spiritual realm for
order for that to
happen. You know what I mean? So you were talking in a positive light, but I feel in a positive light about magic in that sense, but the good kind, people.
I get it, baby. Yeah.
But in that sense, because I do believe in the spiritual realm, definitely believe that there is more to this life than what we can see and touch. You know what I mean? It wouldn't. Come on.
Sense.
Even when you look like the whole universe is out here.
Like one day you just woke up and you were on Earth,
bruh.
So you don't think there's a source to it all.
So I do believe in that, but when it comes to like magic, like when you see it in shows and whatnot, I kind of feel like it's like an optical illusion kind of, you sort of tap into the psychology of people, like it's like a psychological trait that how people think, how they see things. True. So when it comes to that magic,
focus, because sometimes sorry to disturb you, sometimes they tell you Kutibana, the only way to like make people believe in the magic, like those magic tricks that they do, is to get their attention. Make sure that their attention is on something else so that they don't see you when you're doing something else, so that you can manipulate the whole situation.
Yeah, and I've seen people do like all sorts of creepy stuff. Like people be cutting themselves open and stuff and stuff. I don't believe in that. Like I feel like there's some.
How do they do that?
Right.
Oh, you want Mbappé's with knives. I'm like.
Right, there's this guy. He's so famous on YouTube. There was a point where he was like, he would like literally a whole sword, like just stuff it in his mouth and then goes down to his throat and then he pulls it out. And I'm like,
something.
Yes, that can be true. You see, yeah. So I do believe in the supernatural, in the spirit
power.
Yeah.
But not magic.
But when it comes to like TV magic, no, dude.
Okay.
Not me.
Same. Because I've been trying to move this cup in my mind. And I feel like I have so much power in my life, in me.
Oh,
so I remember it was.
Oh my gosh. Are you kind to yourself?
Yeah.
You are kind to
I am.
yourself.
I'm
You're
very
so
kind to
yourself.
myself. I have to be. I feel like I wasn't kind to myself for like a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm in a space where I'm just treating myself like a grand. I'm just there like, baby, what do you want? I'm gonna give it to you,
You're golden.
baby.
You're the one.
You're the one, baby. I'm gonna just make you happy. Yeah, I'm very kind to myself. I have to be. The world is a lot. I need to go back to myself and be like, this day was rough. And find a safe space. This day was rough. But you're fine. I got you.
I got you. Am I kind to myself? Yes, I am kind to myself. I mean, I can be
brutally honest with yourself, but
yeah,
that doesn't mean
there's been moments when I've been really harsh and hard on myself. Same. But I am kind. I feel like I'm kind to myself. You know.
You're so kind to me. I wouldn't want you to not be kind to yourself.
We do this all the time.
All the time.
This is what it's like for us. We love each other so much.
Oh, I love it.
Do you think the government should legalize prostitution? Can I go first? So that
I feel like
listen, I need to get this over and done with so that my parents kick me out of their house and I figure my shit out.
Yes. It's a yes.
It's a yes.
Yes.
Definitely should legalize prostitution. Why? Let's get into the why.
Because I feel like those women go through a lot. They get victimized a lot. They get killed. They get raped, and they have no one to cry to. And I feel like if it gets legalized, at least they can go to the police. Not as much as like police in this country do shit when you get raped and stuff like that, but at least at least they'll be protected to a certain extent. Yeah, that's my main thing. I want them to be protected.
They'll technically be equal to everyone who is protected by this shitty justice system.
Yes.
So
at least but to be not treated like a criminal.
Just level the playing.
Yes, that's what I want for them. I want them to be protected at least, because they go through a lot and they have no one to cry to, and the streets are rough.
And as we all know, the business of sex is timeless. It's been going on. It's timeless. It's been going on. Hey?
And it's still going to go on.
It's still gonna go on.
It's timeless.
People will want to buy sex, and therefore people are gonna sell sex. People will have the need to sell sex because there's nothing else to sell, because this is the kind of world we live in. Right? People, so you know what I mean? So to pretend like not legalizing it is gonna somehow shut it down.
It's not gonna happen, and it's growing. It's growing. Even kids are getting into it now. That's another thing. I feel like we could protect kids from going into that. Okay, bazobakhona abantu who still do it illegally. But now you can arrest them. Yeah, right. With good reason. But why under an agency? They'll be like agencies. I'm pretty sure it'll be like, and people will be protected. Abantu abazokwazi nokuthengisa abantwana, abazokwazi, like, people literally umuntu guys sanozala athi umntwana akhe naye makangene phansi imali. We'll be able to protect our kids from that.
Yes, so legalizing it is definitely gonna do more good
than harm.
Than when we just leave it
the way that it is.
If it's illegal, then it's like what you said about their safety, even the woman's safety, because now if somebody does you wrong, you know how people file a complaint in their workplace.
Now they can do that.
Now also women, because it's mostly women, they can take it up with their HR. They can take you to court if some rich douchebag mistreats somebody. They can now go to court, and don't pay. They go to court and they're able to, to work it out legally.
The people at the end of the day, their feelings, they go through shit. So at least they deserve to be treated like people now.
And honestly, the reason for not legalizing it is, like you said, moral compasses, which vary depending on what you believe in, right? And when it comes to sex, we don't see it the same way. Yes.
So
people
we
don't
wouldn't
see
judge
sex the same
way. We can't say Kuti, they are not worthy of it because they work like that. Because worth is not in your vagina or your penis.
So please do go ahead and legalize prostitution everywhere so that women are safe.
Yes, please. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
How do you define freedom? I feel like you've spoke about freedom already.
Yeah, so
freedom really is just having the space to be who you are or who you want to be, or explore whatever it is that you're trying to explore. If you don't know who you are yet, you figure it out. Just having that space and everybody respect that space.
Everybody respect
that you have as an individual to do so.
Boundaries very important. Set boundaries for other people. Set boundaries for yourself. Healthy boundaries.
And being conscious of other people's boundaries and respecting
them even when you don't even understand them.
Why they have the boundaries, And you know how society always wants you to explain things. It's like
you really don't have to. And like if you find people that who respect your boundaries and understand, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone.
And you don't have to question other people as well.
Ta-da.
For things that don't affect you. It's a give and take type of situation.
Don't affect you.
Yeah, it's like we're back to the golden rule. It's like a back and forth type of situation.
Reciprocate.
Okay. What's the coolest fact you know
about the universe? I wrote that because I know you read a lot, so I was really excited for you to tell me.
For me to tell you this?
Because for me, I think
finding out different things about the universe.
Really?
I don't know what.
Don't tell us one, ma'am. You can tell us like 3. You can tell us like 4. There's no limit to this.
Okay.
I think for me, the coolest thing about the universe, I don't know if it's a fact, but the fact that I'm just gonna say that. Different dimensions exist, like a whole nother world could exist that looks like this, that doesn't really look like this. I think that's really cool. And the fact that we are the universe and the universe is us, and you're literally the extension of the universe. It's like really cool. It's like everything is the universe but in different forms. Every natural thing, of course. So I think that's like really, really, really cool. Really cool. Yeah.
I feel like that's an astrological take on the universe. Right. I know you. What am I supposed to say? The coolest fact you know about the universe. I mean, what's cooler than what you just said? I mean, there's so many things to find out. But like the most,
like really old.
It's endless. It's like this,
and it's really, really, really old.
Vast, endless thing that's beautiful. It's just stars and galaxies. Who knows how many galaxies is out there? Who
knows? And do you really think we are
the only high functioning beings?
Yes.
That's how I'm gonna.
I want it like yeah. Do you think so? Do you think Earth is the only planet
where there's? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know.
I think it's very
scientifically.
To think we are the only.
But like scientifically, I feel like we're the only. I haven't seen any.
There
could be aliens somewhere. Yes.
What if they're invisible?
You know what I mean? Because even as human beings, we don't know everything there is to know about space. We don't even see some constellations, you know what I mean? Sometimes we see some constellations at certain times, sometimes we don't. Some stars we can see them sometimes, we don't. So there's really no telling what's
really
out there, because it's like an endless thing, and it's very...
That's very old.
That's very old and very layered. I mean, if life on Earth...
Very layered, exactly.
If life on Earth can be this complex, you know, so imagine what's happening on a bigger scale. But because I haven't seen any evidence, any proof, I'm just gonna chill,
whatever they say,
and and just be okay with the fact that for now
it's just
me, my friends, my family, and the dogs,
and you're like cool with that.
And I'm cool with that. If there's something out there, that's cool. If they're gonna come end the world, well,
no, they must not end the world. I want them to come and be like, hi.
You know how they do it in sci-fi, where they're like, yo, we're here, we're about to take over.
What if we're like making aliens out to be like these really bad guys, and they're
not, and you know?
What if they're like really enlightened and like spiritual, and they're like, I met God. Like teach me.
That would be something else.
That would be
teach
something
me your ways,
else,
please.
bro.
Yes.
Come meditate about the float here. That would be so cool.
Yo, there isn't like one single cool fact about the universe, because you constantly discovering, like I said, like
new things about the universe. So okay,
planets.
what's like something new planets? Then again, is like in the buying out to this like a new planet.
There's always a new planet somewhere. There's always a new galaxy somewhere. They're always
galaxy.
You know what I mean? Because mostly the stuff that we know depend on the technology that we have.
True.
So the more
we
advanced,
evolve, the more
you can see into like the outer space. That's how it works.
That's so cool, because it's the same with like spirituality. The more you grow, the more you see the spiritual.
I was about to say that it's like one of the cool things that I'm thinking about right now is that I'm learning about all these constellations of the zodiac, like in the astrological aspect of the universe now. Never mind the like science, mainstream science. But there's like all these different constellations
for like every sign.
For like every sign.
So
you know
cool.
what I mean? And it's this physical thing. Like if astrology makes the universe this physical thing that's physical that you can see, it kind of defines it in a way that is relatable to you, that kind of helps you define yourself as well. You know what I mean? So that's so
it's really cool. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. Speaking of that, I think it's really cool how you were just born and you just absorb all of this energy, because I believe the universe and the earth and everything in it is alive. So it's like when if you grow up in that, I don't know how to explain this. Okay. If you're in that environment, you absorb whatever energy and whatever that environment has,
gives you.
The same with like the universe. When you're like born, you absorb all of that, and that's who you are. So that's like your energy makeup.
We are all
your
from
like
the
birth
universe.
Chart. Yes, an extension of the universe itself.
Pretty much.
Imagine how
and
much
this is
power
not, and you
have.
don't even have to be like spiritual about the whole thing.
You
That's what
don't
you are,
even
like
have-
an
it's
extension
like-
of the universe. There's all these different bodies that exist, all this different matter, and you are also matter. Like if we're speaking science now,
Exactly.
you are also matter. So I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Very beautiful thing, my
Okay.
friend.
Yes. Okay. I think we're done. Are we done?
I think we're
We're
done.
done. Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
This
so fun.
was beautiful.
so fun.
I enjoyed
Fun.
this.
I'm glad you'll be back, guys. Thank you
Soon.
so much. Have a good day. Have a good night.
See you around, human beings.
See you around, human beings.